Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwood Gaming. I am Ed. Today I am having way too much Kraken. I'm about to have some more. So I just recorded, or thought I recorded half of it, the Don Bosco game. Because it's a big game, right? Don Bosco, you know, best team in the division. We won 4-3. It was end to end. It was amazing. I recorded me and nothing else. Yar. That is right. Welcome back to TedRedwood Gaming. It is How to Pirate FM18 with the Tortuga Pirates. It's Season 2, Episode 2. And I had some kid stress before bed. I was rushing around. I just didn't click record properly. So I only recorded my face, which is really annoying. I went through not a big update, but a decent update onto what's been going on. But I have to do it again now, just before my wife gets home. So following on from our first episode victory over Racing FC, we beat Real Hope and Victory Haiti. Followed up with a 2-1 defeat against St. Louis, which was a bit of a disaster. They are just a nobody team. They made a couple of chances, scored them both, and we just didn't have any clear-cut chances really. Yeah, disaster. We then rotated the team heavily for the game against Fika because I had my eye on Don Bosco. So it was like a full strength against St. Louis, under strength versus Fika, but absolutely annihilated them 5-1. Kept Yuki in the lineup and he rewarded me with a hat-trick. Followed up with a 1-1 against Tempet where they had 2 shots all game. One was a penalty. And we just, again, weren't clinical enough, to be honest. So that Tempet game was full strength. Then against Petit Gove, we actually went under strength again to rotate to make sure that we're rested for Don Bosco. The second string put in a good shift. 1-3-1. Can't moan, really. And then obviously the game I thought I showed you, and I'm really gutted I didn't. I said at the end, I'm so glad that I recorded it because it was such a great game and I didn't record it, and I'm gutted beyond words. I'm going to probably get a bit drunk tonight. But in that game, Takuto Yuki scored twice, Zizou and Elso Barros. So every time we went 1-0 or 1 goal ahead, they kept bringing us back. And when Zizou scored in the 80th minute, I almost went crazy. There was a goal just inside the box off of a few one-touch passes. And yeah, I was really happy. So yeah, not quite on the eve of the Una Minth game, but that will be the next game I'm showing you. They're just a random team, but it's better to have something than nothing, I suppose, right? So where we're going in the league, we are currently top with 8 games played, 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 19 points. So a couple of teams have games in hand. So AS Capois have a game in hand, could go top on goal difference. Baltimore have a game in hand, will go top completely if they win their game in hand. And then America Haiti have 4 games in hand. So Don Bosco won the league last year, right? So they got into this CFU Club Championship group thing. Basically, if you go through into a finalist and win, then you get into the Champions League proper, which is fair for, you know, the league winners and all. But then, what are America Haiti doing in there as well? So I'm looking at the rules, and it doesn't even say that the winners get Champions League football anymore. So I'm a little confused by it all. There's nothing in the closing playoffs or opening playoffs to say that anyone gets Champions League football. The winners of the winners of each playoff go into the trophy des Champions Haitian, as we know. I thought it might be a bit of a pointless competition, and it appears to be because there's nothing there. Nothing to say you get qualified for anything. Even if there was, Don Bosco won it last season. So America Haiti, I think, won the closing playoff, but Don Bosco won the opening playoff and the playoff final, basically. The 2 playoff winners go into the final. So I don't know where America Haiti rank in all this. I don't really understand. But you can see here that America Haiti, there's a moth in the room, finished even below us in the overall table, finished below us in the opening table, and finished second in the closing table, but it put them down as champions, I guess because they won it, or won the playoffs even. But yes, overall very confusing and really frustrating that they've qualified for a Champions League spot even though it didn't say anyone got that. More for me for not knowing what to do about it, but yeah, disaster. Anyway, despite all that confusion, I'm going to get into the game now. I have just stopped to have dinner with my wife and I downed the rest of my drink. Things aren't as clear as they should be, I'll just say that much. But we have Yun Muro in goal, we have Umanzo, Uhira, Galindo and Suji Mura at the back. So Umanzo and Suji Mura aren't the familiar names to you, so Umanzo is the right wing back Honduran who was injured, I think, first episode of the season. And Suji Mura is a left wing back. I think he might have played first game of the season, not entirely sure. But both being trained as fullbacks, both improving, both got 5-star potential, so happy there. Got Hanagoyomi and Sato in the middle, the preferred partnership. Kamen on the right wing, Junior on the left, Furtado and Yuki up front. So we have just had our reserves, I think, game played. So a lot of ineligible players, so I've changed up the bench a little bit. We'll see who manages to get on the pitch, who doesn't normally. But yeah, let's get into the game. I am disappointed, to be honest, about the Champions League thing. Oh, there you go. Someone even needs a squad number. Because America Haiti, I mean, they bested us last season, so it's upsetting that a team managed to get in there despite it not being very clear that they would. But equally, they were better than us, and they performed better than us every time we played them. So I can't really be upset. I've removed some team instructions, but not all of them, it seems, by the way. So we are now just short passing and retaining possession. I just took off exploit in the middle. I don't really want that on anymore. I want us to play everywhere because most teams play 4-3-3 in this division. It just seems to work better for us than did do in the games we've won recently, including Don Bosco. I took off very early and we performed quite well. So it's a goal kick for Una Mint. They knock it long. I'm just going to grab my drink again. I'm going to try and enjoy it a bit. Yeah, I was really sad that I lost that episode, to be honest. Sato to Junior to Hanagoyomi in the middle, gives it to Furtado on the edge of the box, who hits the post. Yep, hits the right-hand post within the first couple of minutes of the game. Is a good sign. And we have a corner straight after that. Junior swings it into the box. Galindo's at the back stick and puts it just wide. Throwing on the left, Suji Mura gives it to Sato. Ends up with Junior, who gives it to Yuki. It's not a great cross, let's be honest. And Unamint are breaking. We're not getting back in a massive hurry. Is that Wowson like our ex-player, Wowson? Ooh, they put it just over the bar. So Unamint with a free kick now. They play it short. And it looks like we might... can we get a challenge in or a header? No need for a header there, but fine. Junior does pick it up on the left. Hanagoyomi in the middle. Spreads out to Kamen on the right. And this is the joy of playing 4-3-3, is our wingers get so much time on the ball. And finds Furtado, who cuts it back. And Yuki's there. Yuki with another goal. He is on form recently. He's on fire. Another highlight. It's quite highlight heavy, this one. This one might be rivaling the Don Bosco game for entertainment. They get it just on the edge. I think they've hit the bar. I think that was a save onto the bar by Yun Muro in goal. So actually pretty good all round there. Pretty good save. We have a free kick deep on the right. Umanzor gives it to Sato. Yuki just outside the box. We've got an option left and right here. If we can find him. Hanagoyomi finds Uzmanov. That's not right. Umanzor gives it to Kamen. He's at the byline now. Knocks it into the mixer. There we go. Sat on the edge. Gives it to Junior. Can't quite stick it in the net. I thought it might be a penalty. Yuki went down, but it's nothing given. Unamint with the throw in, but it's a terrible one. Goes straight to us in the middle again, and we are coming yet again. We are looking strong in this game, and I'm pleased with it. Good to show that we're actually not completely useless. Nelly Furtado's at the back stick, but it finds Kamen. He cannons it off the post. And we can't put in the rebound. Throwing on the right. Seems to be where loads of my goals come from this year. It's just, or at least chances. Throw-ins on the right. Junior with a header. That is a sensational header. I'm going to have to see that again. Don't know what's going on with the camera angle, but it comes to Kamen on the right. Gives it back to Umanzor. It's a deep cross, but it's such a great header into the bottom right corner from Junior. There's no stopping that. That was superb. So we go in 2-0 up at half-time. I am pleased, and I was just looking at some of their conditions, and they were, obviously they improved at half-time, but hovering above, just below the 70 mark, and in fact a couple of them still are. Nelly Furtado gives it to Yuki just inside the box. He can't quite stick it away this time. But Unamint with a goal kick doesn't go far, and hopefully we recycle possession, although we look to have been caught out pushing up, and that is terrible goalkeeping. Oh. On that note, I'm making some changes. So Suji Mura is coming off for Adelson Montero at left back. Sato can come off for Kanazawa in centre mid. And then Junior left winger can come off for Igrashi. So Montero, you haven't seen, I don't think. So he's 1.5 star, current 3.5 star potential. So he's not great, but he's costing £8 a week for the next year and a half. So you can't really moan. Gotta have had too much rum. And then Shin Kanazara, I don't think you've seen. He should probably be starting. He's better than probably both the centre mids, Yuki Sato especially. And then finally, you've seen Agrashi before, but just to remind you, he's now only 2-star current, I guess. Just the squad has improved. A lot of it with these young guys is just a lot of, you sort of sign, well, I was going to say 10 players. You sign 100 players in the hope that 10 of them are good. The issue we all have is keeping hold of them, because there have been Honduran teams sniffing around, a lot of them, over summer. We managed to put them off, and there's now only interest in a couple of players. But we're not going to get transfer fees at this stage, and I need the transfer fees. So I need to go professional or just increase the rep to get a transfer fee for a lot of these guys. We have a lot of ready-made replacements. Obviously, we've got players coming in. Stick it in. Yuki sticks in the rebound. Come on. Yeah, we've got a lot of replacements coming in over the next year or so, even now. So hopefully, if we lose players, we do have replacements there. Unamint with the corner in the last couple minutes. It's just as well we got that goal, because they have got a second. And I think that should be it, because we are 2.5 minutes from time now. I don't want to see that again. And there's full time. We win 3-2 away at Unamint. It's not overly convincing. And this is something I said in the first version of this episode, is that when I rotate to the team, they seem to do a lot better. I don't really know why. Yuki on form in the win. So the last 2 games have helped, but he's now 9 from 9, 4 assists, 3 player of the matches, 7.76 average in the league. Crazy. I love that guy so much. I mean, he started on 2.5 star. It might just mean the rest of our squad has got terrible. But can I sign him up to anything? I mean, yeah, I'll have a look. Negotiate contract. Oh my word. Oh. So it's currently on 75 a week with a 15 appearance fee, 10 goal bonus fee. This will sign him up for another year. If I can get rid of that goal bonus fee, get rid of that seasonal landmark bonus for goals, because he's going to hit that every time. So this will be increasing it, assuming he plays every game, by 50 per week. Over a year, it's an extra £2,500. That's a lot. Can I reduce it at all? Can I reduce that wage and reduce that appearance? We don't like that, does he? Right, that didn't go well. I probably didn't show that. I was trying to just push it down to 100 a week, and he didn't fancy it. So, painful times. I'm scared we'll lose him at some point. But where that leaves us in the league is 9 games played. We're on 22 points. We're a point ahead of Baltimore, who have a game in hand. We are 4 ahead of Don Bosco, who have a game in hand. America Haiti won their game. They've got 4 games in hand. If they win them all, we'll end up 5 points ahead, which is a bit of a worry. And the reason I need to look at rotating soon is because we have America, Haiti and Baltimore back to back, and I do want to bring those to you because they're 2 massive games for the division as a whole, in addition to us getting to the semi-final automatically of the playoffs, which I'd really like to do because that's one of the board requirements. So I'm going to say good luck to Future Ed for trying to make this look and sound good, because I'm feeling a bit tipsy, I'm knackered. But if you've enjoyed that, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you for 2 huge games against America Haiti and Baltimore Haiti in episode 3 of season 2 of How to Pirate FM18. And now I'm going to go record some OS. Cheers.